got one more thing that's happening in the economy right now, which is extremely interesting and affects real estate. For the first time in 7 or 8 months, I believe it is, we've got interest rates hitting 3% or 3 1/8, not 2.65 to 2.75, right?
Right.
So if you are looking to purchase a home, now is the time, and you've got a pre-approval already. Now is the time because your rate lock will be coming up. We need to get you in the market and out there looking right now. And Matt, I had done a little bit of an intro for you. Matt had been on our team for a couple of years. He is both boots on the ground selling property, and he's one of our agent coaches. So he's bringing a ton of experience to the table. And wanted to see a little bit, let's say from the buyer's perspective, what are you seeing out there, Matt, right now?
From the buyer's perspective,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, we're having to see 10, 15 homes before we can actually get a home for a buyer right now, and they're having to lose out on a couple offers before they actually get that home of their dreams. So it's a very competitive, tough market. A lot of over asking offers going out and over asking prices being accepted. So it's instead of showing people 5 homes and finding that home, we're going to 10, 15, sometimes even 20 different showings before they actually find that home.
And that's the truth. And just to bring you up to speed, everybody, my name is Mike Perna. This is Matt Van Poppering, which is probably on the other side. Sorry. This is our Saturday morning show. As always, bring all your questions. Bring everything you got. Throw them in the chat box. I'll be sure to get to them as they come up. Okay. Right now, we're talking about the state of the market, more specifically from the buyer's perspective. One thing that I've seen also is just the sheer prevalence, and then this is why it is taking some people 2 or 3 or 4 properties to nab one. The prevalence of cash offers, which is amazing to me. I've never seen cash being spent at this level on real estate before. Is that a fair statement, Matt?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. They're seeing many more cash offers, and people are
Yeah.
finding the money to do it.
Yeah. And it's getting a little tough out there because if you've got somebody that's a conventional offer, let's say a mortgage offer, and somebody that's a cash offer, and they're right there about the same level, give or take 1,000 or 2, most of the time sellers are going to take that cash offer because there's no underwriting, there's no appraisal, there's no reviewing of documents, there's no verification of employment. All of that stuff goes by the wayside because cash is a check and is very clean.
Mm-hmm.
Is that fair?
Oh, 100% fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that one is I got to be honest, guys, it's more of the luck of the draw as to which homes are going to get the cash offer versus conventional. So if you're a conventional buyer, yes, you may get the first home that you bet on, or we may be going up against a significantly stronger cash offer if you're conventional. And that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't mean we won't get you home. We'll get you the right home, which may not be this home. Right? Is that fair?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're going into multiple offer situations, and normally, even back a year ago, multiple offer situations were 2 or 3. Now there are 12, 15, 20 plus offers on those homes. So you're going up against a lot of different competition right now.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. What, give me one tactic that you're using right now, Matt, to kind of overcome or stand out from the crowd or make our buyers just shine just a little shinier, I guess.
I think it comes down to that rapport build that we're having with the co-op agent for sure. Definitely doing a quality job for our clients and having that reputation in the industry and in the field that, hey, this is going to be a smooth transaction and get it to the closing table. So that's the ultimate goal, is to get to the closing table, whether it's conventional cash or whatever type of loan it is. As long as we get to the closing table, that's what's most important to a seller and their agent as well.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And I 100% agree with you. And that's one thing that we've seen, and we'll get to the listing side of it in a little bit. We'll get to the seller side of it, but that's one thing that we've seen as sellers, as agents working with sellers, is the name on the paper matters because it gives a sense of confidence that we're going to get to the closing table and get there as smooth, free for our clients as possible, right? So we've got a ton of offers that are coming our way on our properties, and some of those, and this is not to be offensive to anyone to say this, but some of those, like the agent we know will not be in great communication. It will be just very difficult. It'll be a hard process, and it may not get there because other offers of theirs have not in the past, and other agents have. those guys, we are countering offers, or we're trying to get them in a position where their buyer gets it, because we need a smooth transaction for our sellers. Other agents are the same way. Other agents are the exact same way, right? They're looking at the name on the paper and saying, hey, which buyer do I want? These two are qualified very similarly, but this team we've had 6 7 great transactions over the last couple of years with. I want to see if I can get them in a position to win this one, because that matters, and there are a couple of things that we've started doing on our side. Oh, I got a way to go, Matt. Oh, there's Miss Wendy from last.
Wendy.
Yep. um but I've got a couple of good pick me ups from or I lost my train of thought. There we go. I've got one thing that we added last week, and to Matt's point, communication with the co-op agent matters. So our agents are in high communication. We always ask beforehand, hey, what's important to the seller other than the price? So if there are any terms out there, we can bring that back to the buyer, right? In addition to that, when we write the offer and get it over, we're putting that extra call in. We're having our loan officers call to backbone the strength of the offer. And then as a leader of the team, I myself, on every multiple offer situation, am putting that extra call in also, because I want them to know that even behind the agent, I'm standing there. And I've got, my two closing coordinator, three closing coordinators now, Andrew, Connie, and Melanie. And we've got an entire team of people that are dedicated to making this as smooth as it can be for both our client and the other agent's client.